Why do you keep chasing people who don't choose you? Alright, let's talk about something that's a little hard to admit. The painful habit of choosing people who don't choose you. The people who never quite text back as fast as you would do it. The ones who keep you at an arm's length, just a little out of reach. And maybe you have asked yourself, why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep pouring my heart into people who give me scraps in return? Why do I keep hoping for connection with people who never seem to fully show up? You are not alone in this. A lot of us do it. And it's just not about bad luck or bad timing. It's about the stories we've learned to tell ourselves about love and what we think we deserve. Sometimes it starts young. Maybe you grew up feeling love was something you had to earn. Maybe you had to fight for a parent's affection. Maybe you were taught directly or indirectly that your value comes from how much you can give and not who you are. So now, as an adult, you find yourself chasing people who keep you guessing because that uncertainty feels familiar. The push and the pull feels like home. Being really honest with yourself, maybe you like the chase a little. Maybe you've convinced yourself that love is supposed to be hard, that the people who are worth it are the ones you have to fight for, that the ones who make you work for it are somehow more valuable. But love is not supposed to be like a performance review. It's not supposed to make you question your worth. It's not supposed to leave you exhausted, confused, or quietly heartbroken. And here's the painful part. The more you chase people who do not choose you, the more you reinforce the idea that you're not worthy of someone who does. So, why do you keep settling for half hearted love? Why do you keep trying to prove your worth to people who only give you half the effort, half the attention, half the commitment? Maybe it's because you've started to believe that is all you're ever going to get. Maybe you've convinced yourself that real, steady, wholehearted love is a myth. Or maybe you're just scared that if you stop chasing, you will end up alone. But being alone is not the same as being lonely. And chasing someone who does not choose you is one of the loneliest things you can do. So, how do you stop? How do you break the habit of pouring your love into people who only give you breadcrumbs in return? You start by being honest with yourself. You stop romanticizing emotional unavailability. You stop confusing inconsistency with mystery. You stop telling yourself that you have to earn the right to be loved. And you start setting a higher standard for the kind of love you allow into your life. You start believing that you deserve someone who texts you back, shows up when they say they will, and chooses you without hesitation. Stop making excuses for people who only love you in pieces. You stop settling for half love. You stop chasing people who make you feel like you are too much or too hard to love. Because you know what? The hardest part is choosing yourself when no one else is. The hardest part is walking away from people who you still care about, even when you know they're never going to give you what you deserve. But you're worth more than the people who keep you guessing. You're worth more than the people who only come around when it's convenient for them. You're worth more than the ones who make you question your worth. So stop settling for half love. Stop chasing people who run hot and cold. Stop believing that your love is only as valuable as the people who reject it. You are enough. You always have been and you always will be. Drop a comment if you've ever felt this. If you've ever been stuck in a pattern of chasing people who do not choose you. Let's talk about it. Let's get better together.